And just like that, we're back on your screens. Good morning. My name is X, and you're watching Youth Parliament right here on Palm TV. Thank you so much for joining us. You could have been doing anything and doing it with anybody else out there, but you chose to be with us this morning. Thank you so much. And yeah, Youth Parliament is back with another groundbreaking topic of the week. Today we're talking the consignment of vaccines that just arrived in South Africa yesterday, which was Tuesday. Wow. And yeah, again, we have hope as South Africans that we are going to be healed from this ordeal of COVID-19. And today in studio, I am joined by SRC president of Boston Media House, Pomozo, who's going to be discussing more with me the readiness of the institution when it comes to COVID-19 regulations. Good morning and welcome to the Youth Parliament. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Pomozo. You look like you're ready for this.
I am ready.
Yeah. So, speaking about ready, let's talk about the readiness of your institution as the SRC president.
Okay, in terms of the COVID-19, well, a lot of people are saying that no, it's not safe to take the vaccine or not. So we're still trying to encourage other students to, because people are just saying this without any facts.
Yes.
For starters. So we can't just tell people that no, you do not need to do you do not need to take the vaccine.
The vaccine, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're still trying to work out on that, but well, I think the facilities are very COVID friendly at the moment.
Okay,
Yeah.
You say COVID friendly. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hold you to that
Okay.
later on in the show because I'm gonna be going deeper into into each aspect of readiness of the institution. And of course, you can be part of this conversation by simply following the instructions right there on your screen. Talk to us 068-051-5462 to be part of this conversation. I see some of the comments here coming through from Lerato from Boston Media House saying, lovely to see my president on the screen. Yes, of course, we are ready to go back to school. Okay. All right. That's
Ready.
lovely. That's lovely. I mean, I like it. Past week, we had SRC president from Wits University.
Oh.
Who was talking about the readiness of the institution.
Yeah.
And I can tell you now that chat, it didn't go as
planned.
I wouldn't say as planned.
Okay.
But I would say as smooth as it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know, because I found from the chat itself that we do say sometimes that yes, we are ready when we are not ready.
Yeah, when we're not ready, yeah.
So let's talk about the rollout of the vaccine for Boston College on its own. Do you guys have a plan in place? Do you guys have an insurance that is in place for the students that are going back on campus?
Well, so far we're still trying to work on that because the problem now that we're facing majorly is that, well, some other students don't want to even wear masks. Some others don't even want to sanitize. So that's a huge problem on its own.
Okay.
So if people can't follow the basic instructions, then what about taking vaccine?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem.
So you say that the students, they don't want to wear their mask. They're struggling to social distance and all of that.
Exactly, yeah.
So how do you guys deal with that as the institution, especially the representative council of the learners?
Well, we have currently tried to place sanitizers, many sanitizers as much as we can because we're just trying to, even when guests coming, we need to show them that yes, we are trying, but well, there's nothing more that you can do. I mean, those people are adults, so if you can't, as an adult, you can't do that. What about a child that's going back to primary school or that's starting grade R?
Yeah,
it's a challenge. But now we're trying by all means to make sure that everyone wear the masks, they sanitize, and they keep social distancing. Because, well, this is the new normal, and it's not even better. So
hectic.
Very hectic.
And we are talking about vaccines, and Rudy is definitely going to be showing us vaccines on the screen as well. And I think the most important topic here is that everyone is talking about these vaccines. They are ready for us, but they didn't have enough time to be tested.
Exactly.
And we are not sure if they're the right ones. There day here. I think it was 2 weeks back. They arrived, and the next thing now the
They
expiry
expire in
date is
April.
sooner.
Yeah,
And now they need to be taken back. You know,
They need to. But I heard that starting from today, they'll be going to. Well, actually, last night they were transporting the vaccines around the country to different hospitals and clinics. So today is officially the first day of taking those vaccines.
Okay.
So if you want to take the vaccine, you need to go to the hospital today.
Wait, do I want to take the vaccine? I'm not too sure because of how people were showing us on TikTok how people are going to behave after taking the vaccine.
Yeah, and we're not even sure about that. Who knows that? I mean, I haven't taken the vaccine, so I can't say that, okay, I did vaccine, but then what are the side effects?
Yeah.
So I think people should first vaccine and then...
Okay. When we come back from this, we'll be taking your comments and your calls as well. Let's see. Wow. Wow, that's hectic. That's hectic. I mean, these are the things that people are saying the vaccine is going to do to us when we take it. And unfortunately, or fortunately, for South Africa, today is the rollout day for the vaccines. If you are in South Africa, you will be taking your vaccine today if you're one of the people that are taking first priority. Of course, you can give us a call. The details are on the screen. 068-051-6452. And of course, you can interact with us on our social media platforms at official Palm TV. That's where you can find us. Let's take a call that is coming through from Kiggs. Hey, Kiggs, how's it? Hi, Keegan. Keegan, talk to us. We can hear you. Okay, so I can see there on the screen that Keegan has got poor connection. We'll come back to Keegan just now. Let's talk about. Please take Keegan off. Thank you. We'll come back to Keegan. Let's talk about this consignment that arrived yesterday, which is now coming from Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
And do you have hope now in this? Because we already did this 2 weeks back. Now we are back here again.
We're back at it again. Well, this time around I have hope. I mean, we've been taking flu vaccines for years. I used to take it every year. But then from last year I was like, okay. I don't think I'm ready for this. Yeah. But I used to take it each and every year. And well, I didn't have those side effects that people were talking about. So, well, I have hope that this time around things are going to be better. Yeah. Because they learn from their mistake. And I feel like people should also stop saying that, nah, these people were not planned, they didn't prepare and stuff. Because I feel like if it was a different government, they wouldn't have even told us that, well, they're about to expire. Yeah. They would have just vaccinated everyone. But they didn't do that to show that at least there's some honesty. Yeah.
I feel you 100%. And you can also be part of this conversation. The most important thing we want to know, what is your voice as a young person in South Africa? # Youth Parliament. That's where we are on our social platforms. And of course, you can be part of this conversation through our WhatsApp line, 068-051-6454. Okay, I'm told that Keegan is here now. Let's take the call. Hi, Keegan.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you doing, bro? What's
My
your take?
question
What's your take?
on the vaccine is, well, just give me one second. Yeah. Yeah, well, like what you guys were saying earlier from all the TikTok trends and what the vaccine would do to you, like that puts like me off. I wouldn't want to, after seeing those TikToks, I wouldn't want to take the vaccine just now. That starts happening to me actually. You know?
100%. We hear you, Keegan. We hear you. And that's just one of the comments that people have out there. Thank you so much, Keegan, for joining us. And that's definitely what other people feel like as well.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I mean, we've had like other viruses like your HIV, and we still
Ebola,
don't have.
yeah.
Ebola, it took so long for us
Yeah.
to get the vaccine. What is that?
Listerine.
Is it
Listeriosis, yeah.
Listeriosis as
Yeah.
well. When Poloni wanted to kill us. Imagine an entire Poloni.
Meat. I mean,
Meat.
something that we eat every day. Who would have thought?
Man.
So now it's just basic flu. Well, I
Yeah.
sneeze, you die.
Exactly. So those are just one of the things. And do you think when it comes to media, how we're telling the stories that of COVID-19 and the vaccines in general, do you think media played a good role in terms of educating and informing us as the public of South
I
Africa?
think it really did a good job, hey? When
Yeah.
it comes to that, I mean,
the
each and
publications?
in each and every corner, there's like they're telling you about vaccine. Even on your WhatsApps, on your Instagrams, there's always an update all the time when you log in. So I think media
But
played a bigger role.
having an update is one thing, but having a credible update is another thing. So do you
Yeah.
think that media was telling the story, like were they giving hope to us, or they were just telling the story just to cause this unrest amongst ourselves?
I feel like
The
with
publications already.
I think with that, I can't say that it played a good role or a bad role because, let's say, for instance, a certain people will tell you that, okay, this is what you need to do so that you don't get corona.
Okay.
And then some other people will tell you that, this corona does not exist. It only kill people. It's only for people who are living the good life, the people in the burbs. So you can't say that they played a good role because, well, people are still weighing their options. Is it real or is it not real? Because even now, there are people who don't believe that COVID is real.
Till today. After so many deaths we've had.
Till today, on my way here, I had people saying that, nah, I haven't been wearing my mask ever since this COVID. Actually, they were saying that they started wearing their mask now because of this second wave thing. But ever since COVID started, they haven't been wearing masks. They haven't been sanitizing because this COVID thing is not real. It's just flu. Why can't they tell us people who are dying? Why can't they show us pictures? Why can't they show us something? And I'm like, well, people have been dying of cholera, of whatever, but we're not being told who's dying.
So just to consolidate the entire conversation, to bring it back home now, in terms of you are youth, you are a young person, you're SRC president at the educational institution, and how has COVID-19 affected you, like personally as an individual?
Well, at first it was a challenge because now we're being introduced to online learning. Well, we went to a institution knowing that it's going to be one-to-one learning institution, but then now we had to transform from that to online. And now it's a challenge for us because we're not used to that. We're used to getting to the class and then have an interaction with the lecturer. So now online, well, you just
now you're on your own.
You're on your own and you need data.
Shucks. So the institutions, they never made any provision for you guys to...
Never.
Oh my goodness.
If it's a private institution,
guys, did
forget
you hear
about
that?
it.
I thought you guys were getting like 30 gigs or 40 gigs of data from institutions.
That was for public institutions, but for us at Boston, we tried raising that issue.
Hectic, right?
We tried raising that issue, and the least that they could do was to negotiate with other service providers to at least give us discounts when buying data. But well, the only service provider that agreed to that it was MTN. And well, I think it's only a few people who use MTN. So all of us were to transform from that
to MTN.
Yes, and at that time, we couldn't even go out to buy SIM card because it was lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've got a lot more to talk to you about. Of course, when we come back from the break, what we're going to be talking about, we're talking about prisoners getting the first priority to get the COVID-19 vaccine. And also we're talking about the regulations of COVID-19 themselves. All of that coming after the break right here on Youth Parliament. My name is X and you're watching Palm TV. And welcome back. This is the Youth Parliament. My name is X to you, of course, and you're watching Palm TV. And it is a Wednesday. You know, it's time for us to talk about the burning issues when it comes to the youth again. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us yet again here on the Youth Parliament. I'm still with my incredible guest, Pumuzo, who is the SRC president at the Boston Media House in Sandton. And yeah, so taking from the chat that we're having, I'm enjoying this chat because now it brings more of insight when you're talking about the readiness of institutions and how you guys are dealing with that whole stress. Because I would assume that when it comes to a lot of students, depression would be the first thing that you think about. I mean, now you are introduced to learning online, and this was not part of your plan. You know, had you known from the beginning, you'd have studied through other UNISA, for example, but because that's not what you planned for yourself, now all of a sudden.
Change.
Would you say that a lot of students, like as a SRC president, obviously your office is always open for the students to come through and, you know, open
Voice
up.
out,
So how has that been?
It's been challenging because now they were used to having an interaction with me on campus. So now it has to be on WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever. And I do not have that much data because messages keep coming in, like lots of messages. Others are from the groups.
Yeah.
So now it's a challenge. I always need to have data all the time.
All the damn time.
Wherever I am, I need to have data. Because now other students were complaining that actually, because we opened last year in Feb, and then we went to campus 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, then COVID happened, and then there was lockdown. So we only went to classes 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From there, it's online. Ooh. So there was a major change in our lives because now, we're struggling a lot.
It's a lot. So this is a call from me, Sir X, to all the social network providers out there. Vodacom network, MTN, South Sea, Telcom. There's ATA is Telcom, right? Telcom, Rain, and other ones, guys. I mean, come on. Students they consume the most data in the country, and
that's true.
I feel like this is your time to shine. This is your time to stand up and be out there and help the students. And take your comments. I see Lerato is saying yes, quite true that many institutions are not ready to go back on campus because of depression levels when it comes to the students. Okay. That's just one of the comments that are coming through there. And I see Nkosi, she says, yeah, I'm loving the show. I'm loving the conversation. Thank you for watching us today, Nkosi. Thank you so much. Of course, there's another issue of prisoners getting the vaccines first. It's always good to hear the voice of the youth, because when it comes to the youth, I know you guys are like, you don't have boundaries. You just speak how you feel, you know. So how do you feel about that?
I feel like that's a bad move. I mean, imagine someone who's in prison, maybe for instance, for killing your parents, and now they're getting the vaccine first. So it means it seems like other people out there's lives don't matter, those in prison are the ones that matter most. So I really wouldn't agree with that. I feel like that's a bad move, a very, very bad move. If maybe they were saying that people in hospitals are the ones getting the vaccine first, or maybe that your doctors and nurses or the essential workers, then it's fair. But prisoners, really, why?
Yeah.
Why?
So, I mean, you commit a crime and you make sure that you live forever.
Exactly.
Basically, that's what the government
That's what they're saying. You have to get the best life there inside.
Also, now let's be practical. They're in jail, and we know that our prisons are overflowing. There's no social distancing. Show me the picture of social distancing on the screen. Know that there is no social distancing when it comes to those cells there. So do you think it's now fair for us to say they shouldn't get the vaccines first when you know the conditions that they're in there?
Yeah, I mean, we also don't get social distancing in public transports. So, well, it doesn't make sense. You use a taxi every day to work or to school. You use a bus to school to every day, but then there's no social distancing there. So it doesn't matter where you are. There's no social distance. As much as you might try to practice it, but it's difficult because I might want to practice it, but you don't care. You're one who doesn't believe in COVID-19. So if I'm to maintain that 1 meter space in between us, you might as well just come closer to me because, well, to you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Woo! Hectic. That's all I'm going to say. And wearing of masks in campus, how are you guys going to make sure that you instill this? Because that's another biggest issue. I mean, for me as well, wearing a mask the whole day, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I feel dizzy and all of that. How are you guys going to make sure that you instill that discipline when it comes to the students?
Well, at the moment,
doctor wearing a mask.
At the moment, we are trying to make everyone wear masks. So when we let the students know that if you're found with no mask on, chances are you might get a fine.
Okay.
Because you know that people.
Now we're moving towards something.
Yeah, because people don't want to give around with money. So if I tell you that you're going to get fined, so obviously you won't. Because last year there was this other lecturer. Every time you take your mask off, he'll be like, "Oh, okay, I saw your face. You won't pass my module." That's how it was like. And I feel like even if he was not going to act on that, he was just making sure that everyone is safe on campus.
Yes.
Because if I don't wear a mask, you wear your mask, we're both not safe. So, well, it helped me a lot, even when he said that to me, that, well, taking off your mask, then you're not going to pass. I was like, oh, okay, I need to.
So we need to be harsh for our people to start wearing masks. Listen here, if you are watching this right now and you're thinking that you are smart by not wearing your mask, no, you are fooling yourself. That's the only thing that you're doing right now. You're fooling yourself. Make sure you wear your mask. Make sure you social distance. Make sure you sanitize your hands at all times. At all times. It's not a good to have. It's a must have. All of these things that I just mentioned about, it's very important for you. You're watching the Youth Parliament and on Palm TV. I just want to say thank you so much, Pomozo, for joining us today. It is such a fruitful conversation, and I'm hoping that our viewers took a lot from this.
I believe so, eh?
Okay. Thank you so much for watching the Youth Parliament again this Wednesday. We'll be back again next week, Wednesday, God willing. And I'll be coming back as X again. That's again if God is willing for me to come back as
If you take the vaccine.
You know what I mean? All right. Thank you so much for watching the Youth Parliament. See you again next week, Wednesday, same time, same place. Goodbye and God bless.